back to another video. Today's video slash discussion video. So today I'm gonna make it really short and very quick. Sorry for the clapping because I'm really excited about this. So as you guys know, recently, there's been discussion about. I talked about. I don't know. My video hasn't been uploaded yet, but yesterday or once the video gets uploaded, yesterday I was talking about. I was watching a trailer about the Avatar and how it works and all that kind of stuff. I was like, the Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? Yesterday, I was watching this like whole trailer and such forth on February 22nd. That'll be getting released. That was a couple days ago. But here's the big thing. So, Epic. So recently, there's been a recent leak by of course by one of the code names. But another thing is really huge is that finally we're getting the Avatar: The Last Airbender coming to Fortnite for Chapter 5 Season 2. And the reason why this is huge is because as you guys know, we do have like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and of course the Teenage Mutant Turtles is very special and it's really nice. But here's the big thing: why is the Avatar: The Last Airbender so special? Well, it's because in the Avatar: The Last Airbender, it's because it is actually a tease of the upcoming new, I guess you can say, new abilities that will be coming in Chapter 5, Season 2. Because one thing is for certain is that if you didn't know, the Avatar: The Last Airbender, there are several different abilities. For example, wind, fire, earth, and water. All the basic elements. Of course, in like things like that, it's really special because when I was younger, I loved the Avatar. It was one of my first ever time watching a anime show, and I remember watching it. It was so good, and even the trailer for the live action itself is just like amazing. Now, the biggest question is, how is this gonna work? How is the Avatar: The Last Airbender? Like, how is the Mystics gonna work? Well, I believe that what's going to happen is that we're going to be able to do things like, basically like earth wall, rock bullets, or like things like maybe the ability to use magic itself, or the air bending, earth bending, water bending, and all that kind of stuff. One thing I'm really excited is about water bending because my zodiac sign is a water sign, and water itself is a very powerful. It's almost like the basic of everything, you know. So including earth and fire and all the other elements. And I'm really excited to see what it looks like because with the power to use like all those elements, which would basically make you like almost like God, pretty much. So the ability to use water, the ability to use fire, the ability to use earth, and another thing is also there is a mention about. Now, as you guys know, there is a mention about. If you ever watch the Avatar: The Last Airbender, there is talked about a new element or element that if you don't remember the anime itself, there was a talk about electricity. Now, the thing about electricity, it's different between fire and I think electricity was like it was like thunder or lightning, basically. The only people who use are firebenders because electricity is produced like using a lot of rage and condensation, all that ruptured and such forth. And I think I remember a while ago. I think waterbenders they used to create something. I don't remember. It was similar to how how they use lightning and so forth. So it's going to be really interesting to actually finally see, um, because I remember in the anime series they basically it was the exact same technique, but they like create something. I don't remember what it was called, but I remember the whole anime series itself, and I can remember some parts of. And I remember there was like a once um, there was a huge inspiration of the Avatar: The Last Airbender about with the Life of Pi. There's like this huge island, or Tiger Island, or Turtle Island, or whatever it's called. There's like I can't spoil it too much, but there's like this. If you ever watched the anime, there's like this huge tiger that would be swimming in the water, and there's like a big island, like a living organism and such forth. So it's kind of interesting. So I was like, oh wow. So hearing about this makes me like super excited about what's gonna happen next season and the Avatar. Not only that, we'll be able to use things like fire, fire and water and ice. I mean not ice, but imagine the ability to summon all the basic elements would not only give a lot of potential, but also give the potential of using like animation, like with the animation. I imagine with like they'll probably use the exact same animation in the actual show itself, where so I don't know how it's gonna work. I imagine like when you do Earth wall, you just like lift up your hand and do a giant Earth wall or something like that, or like push your hand and shoot an Earth wall or something like that, and then you do like a kick or something like that. I don't know how it's gonna work, but I imagine that's what the Earth bending is. I know what the fire bending is, so it's gonna like shoot a giant fire, like you would have fire fists, and you would like shoot fire all the time. That would be really cool to see. I can also imagine with fire, you also have the ability to have fire fists, like fists that shoot like fire or like punching and so forth, and maybe it'll like similar to Doctor Doom's Mythic, basically, but instead you get to maybe have like a charged up ability where you kind of get ready to and then you can like do a giant fireball or such forth. So it's basically kind of like similar to Doctor Doom's Mythic or something like that. So that's why I'm thinking of it's going to be like. So firebending is probably going to be really easy. Waterbending itself is very interesting. I wonder how that's going to work because the thing is, like, I remember a lot of mythics. When I see a lot of mythics, for example, like in in Jujutsu Cars, right? When I looked at those mythics, I thought those mythics looked pretty cool, but they just look so boring. Like they just look like reuse like assets. For example, like the nail kind of looks like a reused like version of the kunai from Naruto or such forth, and it just looks so boring. Like, and then if you take a look, Gojo, it's basically like the version of it's kind of like it almost looks like when you're shooting it almost looks like the Dragon Ball mythic, but with like it just doesn't look like like the thing is I'm not sure if Epic like whoever made the Jujutsu Cars like mythics thought, oh, let's just use reuse assets from previous seasons, and then no one noticed it. But I can tell by looking at it, like for example, uh, like like it's easy for for the uh, like they do that all the time. So, um, and then of course like they like for example, as for the earth bending, they'll probably reuse other assets for like certain things, like for example, like the ability to use like if you remember in the Star Wars event where he would like in the Star Wars where Darth Maul would like shoot like a giant rock and pick it up and then whoo, like that. Maybe it'll have the exact same effect, but maybe they'll be adding new types of effects like rock wall or like a giant firewall or something like that. So or maybe like something like like different. And then what else? As for water bending, this is really interesting. I don't know how they're gonna incorporate it because water is very difficult to like actually control because it's always like swish 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 swash swish swash because with water bending itself it's like almost like taking uh water itself, it's like kind of like almost like it has like a weird like you can't really control it because water's like all like mix and match. It's like you're trying to connect molecule like it's like super hard because water's when you pick up water it's like always like if you try to hold it it's like if it in a liquid form it's going to be really hard to keep it stable, right? So basically like that. So imagine like waterbending probably would be able to would shoot like giant jets of water or something like that. Maybe like a water wall or something that would be cool. Now as for electric, I don't think they'll use the Dark Sidious electric like that. I think they'll be more like where you have two fingers and you go like almost like you're swinging your fans and shooting finger guns or something like that. I don't know how it's gonna work, but uh, let's see. So earthbending, I know there's like some other type of like ways to for earthbending itself. Sometimes when I saw in the film, they would shoot like when they create giant earth walls. It would be kind of really now. Interesting enough, let's talk about wind air bending. I don't know how that works because here's the thing: air itself is airbending is like I think they'll figure out something because what air does it's like or wind or whatever. Like I imagine what's gonna happen is that it's gonna make you go fast because air is like almost like a stream of wind, and so it's probably gonna make you go fast for really fast. And they're probably gonna have like different types of like I don't know. I don't remember what the show like. I don't remember how airbending's gonna like. So it's probably gonna be different ones. So I'm really hoping that they use the exact same animations in the actual show itself from the show itself because if it's gonna be like like fire like you just grab a giant ball of earth and you just like shoot it it's just like it's not gonna be fun like they're using the assets again and I think I mean it's fine but here's the thing like I don't know why, but I feel like it's kind of a waste of time. It's just like they need to be more talented. Where the like when you're shooting the earth wall, maybe there might be other abilities also. Like for example, like where you smash the ground and then punch the where you just smash the ground and then it creates like this and then you just do a flip and then poof, like kind of like a almost like a and then you push the boulder like it's the boulder. uh, maybe we'll be able to like shoot a giant rock and then it comes up and then you just like do a little smash like that or such forth or do like a twist because that like it'll be kind of cool if they use like different elements in the actual like different animations instead of reusing like previous animations because they might reuse some animations but I feel like they should at least incorporate some new animations that haven't been used before. So we'll see. I'm thinking like we might see like characters like Avatar, like the Aang. Who's that girl? That blind girl. I can't remember her name. She has a. Also the the I forgot his name. The guy with the boomerang. I forgot his name. Oh, I think the kinetic blade might not the kinetic blade. The kinetic boomerang might return, but it's probably gonna look different. Um, we might see that also returning. So yeah, there may be a lot of mythics also. Like quite a few mythics. We'll probably be able to see like it's just like what type of mythic is we going to see? Are we going to see like are we going to be able to see like not like I hope it's not going to be like like Marvel like such forth like similar to Marvel mythics. I hope we're going to be able to see like maybe like the ability to do things that are more interesting. So um, yeah, I'm just like kind of curious of how Epic will incorporate different types of like elements and maybe even different animations. Who knows? But as for the actual release date for the mini pass, it'll be released on uh, March March 3rd, I think. So that's a very very fast like March 3rd. That's what we assume it's going to release. However, it may release because right around March 3rd is going to be like March 7th, like I mean March 8th, like my dad's birthday is March 7th. Because March 3rd, then let's see what else. We got March 3rd. So next week will be March 2nd, 3rd, and the 4th, and then all the way until the 7th. That's my dad's birthday. And then the 8th will be on the Friday, and then the Saturday will be the actual season launch, because, well, that's when the season happens. So it does on the Saturday, and then Friday will be the end of, Saturday will be the season launch. And so supposedly it starts on the 3rd, and that's when the mini pass will start. And it's going to be like, like a couple days later, it's going to be like, oh no, it's the new season itself. Like, right? And we're going to get brand new mythics. So maybe the reason why they're releasing the Avatar: The Last Airbender on March 3rd is because I think it's because they want to actually see if the new elements of the Avatar and all that kind of stuff, see if they actually will work on the Fortnite map itself. So that's why they're bringing the Avatar: The Last Airbender. So I imagine the reason saying is that they're probably going to be testing out new animations itself. So it's probably in the files right now. So we're going to speculate sometime soon. As for the final thing I do want to mention is that one of a Fortnite YouTuber, not going to mention any names, did say there could be possibly a teaser this week. So, or next week, I don't know. Maybe this week, I don't know. But it's supposedly there's going to be a teaser for sometime soon. However, I'm not sure if that's going to be true or not. We'll see, because we're gonna see, because next week is the actual launch date. So we'll see. As for another thing is, before I go, there will be another mini event in the files itself. Not in the files. A mini event coming very soon. And that is, of course, the Odyssey quests. Now, the Odyssey quests are not available right now because you need to do the Odyssey quests. So basically, if you didn't know, if you complete there will be Odyssey quests. So it'll be sometime soon, very soon. I don't know when. Supposedly it's gonna be very soon. But we'll see. As for now, that will be it for today's video. I think this is the final pass ends. I think a lot of people are kind of like really like these mini passes. I don't know. I didn't really play the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles uh, uh, mini pass because the thing is like I did actually watch teenage. I didn't never really watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when I was a kid. The only time I would watch it is like if it's on. But I do remember the Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm probably gonna go watch the Avatar: The Last Airbender episode 1. We'll see the live action one. But anyways, hope you guys enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe to you, and of course I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.